Dear student, today we shall discuss another type of pneumonia which is caused by viral infection. So in the previous class we have discussed bronchopneumonia as well as lobar pneumonia, and all of you know that these two type of pneumonia is mostly caused by the bacterial infection of lung parenchyma that lead to the pneumonia. Sometimes the viral infection may lead to the pneumonia, and the viral infection pneumonia is called interstitial pneumonia or atypical pneumonia. So two name is given for viral pneumonia. Interstitial pneumonia because it is predominantly involve the interstitial part of the lung parenchyma. So all the inflammatory changes are confined mostly in the interstitial segment, interstitial part of the lung parenchyma. So that is why it is called interstitial pneumonia. Sometimes it is also known as atypical pneumonia because in this type of pneumonia, that is the pneumonia caused by the viral infection, there is no evidence of alveolar exudate as it is common in the bronchopneumonia and lobar pneumonia. So because of this some atypical finding in the viral pneumonia, it is called atypical pneumonia. So the typical finding of bronchopneumonia and lobar pneumonia is not seen in this condition. Mostly the alveolar sac are either empty or contain few fluid. So there is no exudative accumulation of fluid in the alveoli. So that is why it is atypical. So two name is given, and a short notes may be asked in the university examination as atypical pneumonia or interstitial pneumonia. So you must know that these two type of pneumonia is caused by the viral infection. All of you know that the virus that most commonly respiratory syncytial virus is the most common causative agent, but sometimes influenza virus, parainfluenza virus, pox virus, measles virus, adenovirus, they may lead to the development of interstitial pneumonia or atypical pneumonia. And nowadays all of you know that there is a epidemic or pandemic attack of coronavirus, and that virus also lead to the interstitial pneumonia, and that may into more aggressive form in the form of severe acute respiratory syndrome. So coronavirus may lead to the severe acute respiratory syndrome, which is very much pandemic nowadays, and all the measures are going to prevent and control the pandemic attack of coronavirus in our country as well as in the world. So this viral infection, again I repeat that it causes inflammation in the interstitial part of the lung parenchyma. This viral infection or viral pneumonia is more commonly seen in the some of the special group of the patient, especially in the old age, or if the patient has got comorbidity, that is he suffer with another disease like diabetes mellitus, hypertensive, renal failure, or cardiopulmonary disease, heart disease, or COPD, or sometime if the patient has got immune suppression, or if he is malnourished or alcoholic or chronic debilitating condition. This type of viral infection is common in this particular type of the patient or individual. This viral pneumonia usually follow upper respiratory tract infection in the form of common cold. So जितना भी viral infection होता है, viral pneumonia होता है, there is a history that there is either there is a pre-existing or comorbidity in the patient, or there is upper respiratory tract infection in the form of common cold that initiate or proceed forward, and that may lead to the viral pneumonia. So these are the some special group of the patient that are very prone to develop viral pneumonia or interstitial pneumonia. In this condition, the affected lung has got some changes, specific changes. So in the lung there is a patchy or massive widespread consolidation in one or both lung. So in the whole lung you will be find there is a focal patchy consolidation. So recall the previous class in the bronchopneumonia, you are seeing that the consolidation is most commonly seen in the lower part of the lung. In the lobar pneumonia you have seen that the consolidation is seen in the affected lobe, but in case of the viral pneumonia the consolidation is focal, patchy, diffuse and widespread in the lung. So चारों तरफ lung में either one lung or both lung there is a patchy consolidated area, and that is a very important radiological finding for the diagnosis of viral pneumonia. So lung is inflamed, so it becomes more heavy, more congested and subcrepitant. There may be some small amount of the exudate in the alveoli which is frothy or bloody in nature. So this is the typical gross finding that is seen in the viral pneumonia. If you go for the microscopic examination, you will find that the interstitial part of the lung parenchyma is going to affected. It undergo inflammation. So inflammatory reaction is very much confined in the interstitial part of the lung. The cellular changes in the form of infiltration of large number of the lymphocyte, plasma cell and macrophages are seen in the interstitium in the affected part of the lung. The alveolar wall, there is widening of the alveolar wall, and it is due to the congestion, edema and infiltration of the mononuclear inflammatory cell. So the alveolar wall is widened because of this inflammatory reaction like congestion, like edema and infiltration of the mononuclear inflammatory cell. Alveoli are, as you know, that alveoli are either clear, or in the severe condition there may be presence of edematous fluid with fibrin and inflammatory cell, and this fibrin along with the inflammatory cell and fluid make a granular hyaline membrane on the alveolar wall. Pink granular hyaline membrane like structure is seen in that coat the alveoli, and that finding is very much similar to the adult respiratory distress syndrome ARDS. So ARDS में भी hyaline membrane alveoli के अंदर रहता है. That is nothing but it is a pink granular hyaline membrane made up of what? The cells, inflammatory cells, fibrin and edematous fluid. So such type of the pathological changes is seen in the viral pneumonia, and it is also similar to that of adult respiratory distress syndrome. So this is a very typical finding you must know. And the lining epithelium of the bronchi and alveoli sometimes undergo proliferation, and proliferation of the cell may lead to the formation of multinucleated giant cell and syncytia formation because it is due to the viral infection. So viral infection का ये characteristic feature है syncytium formation, and there may be sometime especially in the cytomegalovirus there may be presence of inclusion body, which is also a very much pathognomic or pathognomic finding, that inclusion body either intracytoplasmic or intranuclear inclusion body is sometimes seen, especially in case of cytomegaloviral infection. So cytomegaloviral infection is slightly more common in the immunosuppressed patient that may lead to the interstitial pneumonia or viral pneumonia. So these are the some typical finding, gross finding and microscopic finding in the interstitial pneumonia. You must know here there is no, this differs from the bronchopneumonia and lower pneumonia. In that sense, the consolidation occurs in the patchy form, in the diffuse form. There is a presence of hyaline membrane like ARDS, and the exudative material in the alveoli are very few or even it is absent. So these are the things that differentiate viral pneumonia from lobar and bronchopneumonia. In case of viral pneumonia, the patient usually recovers very soon because of the viral infection. The recovery is very fast, but sometimes that may undergo complication, and complication mainly occurs in the form of superimposed bacterial infection. तो जब भी viral pneumonia होता है तो सबसे ज़्यादा डर रहता है कि there may be chance of superimposed bacterial infection, especially streptococcus or staphylococcal infection, and that infection may initiate in the form of another type of pneumonia like bronchopneumonia or lobar pneumonia. And when it is going to develop, all complication of these two pneumonia, bronchopneumonia and lobar pneumonia, can be seen like in the form of empyema, in the form of pleural effusion, in the form of pleural thickening, lung abscess, metastatic infection like myocarditis, endocarditis, meningitis. So all type of complication of broncho and lobar pneumonia may be seen when it is developed following after viral infection. So these are the some important complication, but if it is not going to happen, there may be chance of interstitial fibrosis when the inflammation is going to suppressed. So interstitial fibrosis may be seen. So usually the patient suffering from the viral pneumonia has got a history about the upper respiratory tract infection that may lead to the common cold. So the patient may suffer with the cough, dry cough actually, irritating cough, followed by the chest pain. And chest X-ray if you do, you will find that there is a patchy diffuse consolidation in the lung parenchyma which is widespread. So this type of finding, clinical presentation, is very much helpful in the diagnosis. If you do for the blood examination, there will be leukocytosis. If the patient has infected with the mycoplasma bacterial infection, that is the atypical bacteria mycoplasma pneumonia, so there may be chance of hemolytic anemia also, and cold agglutination test may be positive if the pneumonia is due to the infection by the mycoplasma. So these are the something that help in the diagnosis as well as differentiating the viral pneumonia from other type of pneumonia. So this is viral pneumonia and interstitial pneumonia. You must know, because it is very important nowadays in the corona era. It is very important. So you must know all about the viral pneumonia. So after completing discussion of bronchopneumonia, lobar pneumonia, interstitial pneumonia, some of the less important pneumonia may be seen in the day-to-day practice or day-to-day life in the hospital. You will be seeing the different cases of different type of pneumonia. So one type of pneumonia is seen in the hospital, that is the health care associated pneumonia. So in this type of pneumonia, if the patient come into the hospital and if he needs some health care, that he may suffer with pneumonia, and especially they are caused by the Pseudomonas or Acetobacter or Staphylococcus, especially MRSA, MRSA, methicillin resistant Staphylococcal aureus. So hospital care associated pneumonia is mostly caused by these bacteria like MRSA, methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus, Pseudomonas and Acetobacter. Another less important pneumonia can be seen in the hospital, that is known as hospital acquired pneumonia or hospital associated pneumonia, HAP, hospital acquired pneumonia. And उस ये pneumonia को हम लोग डिफाइन क्लिनिकली करते हैं कि when the patient has got or admitted for more than 48 hours in the hospital, so he may develop, he may suffer, he may develop a hospital acquired pneumonia, and that type of pneumonia is mostly bacterial in origin, Streptococcus, Staphylococcus, Pseudomonas. These are the causative agent, and all the feature of clinical as well as the radiological feature may be seen in the patient when he is admitted more than 48 hours. That is, you must know, more than 48 hour में ये डेवलप होता है. So this is hospital associated pneumonia. Sometimes if the patient is on the ventilation, if he in the severe condition, if he is on the ventilator, so there may be chance of pneumonia. That is, pneumonia is known as ventilator associated pneumonia, and this type of pneumonia is seen especially in the patient who has got into tracheal intubation or tracheostomy or even in the ventilator. So that type of always a severe condition, and that may lead to the fatal condition, and mostly it is caused by the viral as well as bacterial infection, superimposed bacterial infection that may lead to the pneumonia if the patient is on the ventilation. So these are the special circumstances, special situation in this condition, that the variety different type of pneumonia can be seen in the hospital. Another type of pneumonia you must know, because it is very important for that MCQ based examination, that pneumonia in the immunocompromised patient, especially the patient suffering from immune suppression or HIV infection, AIDS. So there may be chance of pneumonia, and in this condition there may be opportunistic infection either by the viral infection or by the fungal infection or by the bacterial infection. So all type of opportunistic infection in the immunocompromised or immunosuppressed patient may develop pneumonia. So virus is a very common, especially cytomegalovirus is very commonly seen in the HIV patient. There may be chance of pneumonia. Fungal infection is very common, and that fungal infection, especially Pneumocystis carinii, Aspergillus candidiasis, Coccidioidomycosis, Cryptococcus neoformans. So these are the fungal agents that may lead to the pneumonia in the HIV patient or immunosuppressed patient. Or bacterial infection like Staphylococcus, Pseudomonas, H. influenzae, and tuberculous bacteria may lead to the development of pneumonia in the immunosuppressed patient or immunocompromised patient. So these are the pneumonia that is seen in the causative agent of pneumonia in the HIV patient or immunosuppressed patient. You must know that, because many questions are asked that which bacteria, which virus is commonly lead to the pneumonia in the HIV patient or immunosuppressed patient. You must know this causative agent. One of the pneumonia that is slightly important for not only the clinical point of view, but it is also important for MCQ based examination, that pneumonia caused by the pneumocystic carinii. Pneumocystic pneumonia इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं. Causative agent is pneumocystic carinii, and all of you know that this is most common infection, opportunistic infection, especially fungal infection, that is seen in the HIV patient और immunosuppressed patient. It is most common. Pneumocystis carinii, दो वेराइटी है. Pneumocystic carinii उसका वेक्टर रैट है, और एक होता है Pneumocystis jirovecti जो इन्हेलेशन के द्वारा लंग पेरेन्काइमा तक जाता है. So that is a very most common infection that is known as Pneumocystis carinii infection. The lung, affected lung become very dry, grey and consolidated, and there is interstitial pneumonia. It causes interstitial pneumonia. Don't confuse that it causes lobar or broncho. It causes interstitial pneumonia with thickening of the alveolar septa, and there is an infiltration of the inflammatory cells here. Alveoli contain pink frothy fluid. Pink frothy fluid is seen in the affected alveoli, and there may be स्पेशल स्ट्रेन. एक स्ट्रेन है जिससे हम लोग उसको डिटेक्ट करते हैं, जिसका नाम है ग्रोकॉट्स मिथानामीन सिल्वर स्टेन, GMS स्टेन. इसी के द्वारा हम लोग जो एक्जुडेटिव मटेरियल या जो सेक्रेटरी मटेरियल मिलता है उसको हम लोग स्टेन कर करके आइसोलेट करते हैं पॉजिटिव एजेंट को. कौन सा स्टेन है? grow quartz methenamine silver stain, and that stain is applied for the detection of the causative agent like Pneumocystis carinii. So this type of pneumonia, again I told you, that is very commonly seen in the immunocompromised suppressed patient or even in the HIV patient. So this is something about the pneumocystis pneumonia caused pneumonia in the HIV patient. Another less important pneumonia sometimes seen in the day-to-day practice, and that is the aspiration pneumonia. As it is clear from the name that this type of pneumonia, involvement of or inflammation or infection of the lung parenchyma, is due to ingestion of or aspiration of certain infected material like infected gastric material or infected nasopharyngeal secretory material. When it enters into the lung parenchyma, that may lead to the development of pneumonia following after the bacterial infection. तो जैसे भी गैस्ट्रिक कंटेंट या इन्फेक्टेड गैस्ट्रिक कंटेंट हो या मिल्क हो, इन्फेक्टेड मिल्क हो, या कभी कभी infected nasogastric secretion ho, that may introduce into the respiratory passage and go into the alveoli, and here it causes accumulation, destruction, inflammation in the lung parenchyma and lead to the pneumonia. So that pneumonia is known as aspiration pneumonia, and this pneumonia is common, especially it type of pneumonia is seen in the some special group of the patient, like when if the patient is in the unconscious stage, when the patient has got in the coma, or when the patient is in the drunken, or when patient is alcoholic, severe drunkenness or alcoholism, or when the patient has got neuromuscular defect, or even in the case of old age, or in case of congenital anomaly, like there is a tracheoesophageal fistula is present. So that are the typical predisposing factor that may lead to the aspiration pneumonia, because in this condition the patient is not aware about the expulsion of the aspirated material. The aspirated material may introduce directly into the right side of the lung, because the right side of the lung, right lung is more commonly affected because it is more directly communicated with the right main bronchus. So that is why the aspirated material commonly seen in the right lung. So pneumonia is going to develop, and this type of pneumonia is seen in certain special conditions. So when we deal with the patient, unconscious patient, or in the coma or drunkenness, you must think that there may be chance of pneumonia. So you take care when you are dealing a case of unconscious or patient of coma. And this in this condition, when this is going to happen, अगर ऐसा होता है तो it is almost always a fatal condition. It is more severe condition because the patient has got more spasmodic cough along with the cyanosis, breathlessness, and there may be chance of patient going to the shock or even in the cardiac failure. And if there may be chance of destruction of the alveoli or lung or pulmonary vessel may lead to the bloody sputum. So this type of pneumonia is almost always a fatal condition. So if it is going to seen, the aspiration content should be removed as soon as possible to prevent the bacterial infection. This aspirated material is followed by the bacterial infection, and that bacterial infection initiate the infection of the lung parenchyma, causes destruction, causes inflammation, and lead to the severe fatal pneumonia. So that pneumonia, aspiration pneumonia, is almost always a dangerous type of pneumonia. We take a very special care while we are treating the case. Another less important pneumonia is sometimes seen in, like known as lipid pneumonia. This type of pneumonia occurs when the oily substance or oily material is introduced into the lung parenchyma. So there may be chance of development of pneumonia, and that is characterized by golden yellow consolidation. Golden yellow consolidation area is seen in the affected part of the lung in the lipid pneumonia. So this is a typical site for asking the question. Foamy, and this lipid material is engulfed or indigested by the macrophages. So the macrophage is going to change in their structure, and so there is a foamy macrophages are seen in the affected area in the lung parenchyma. Sometimes there is a glomerular inflammatory reaction is going to seen. So foreign body of giant cell, cholesterol crystal, these are the things that are seen in the affected lung parenchyma in the microscopic examination. Glomerular inflammation, foreign body type of giant cell, and sometimes there may be chance of presence of golden yellow consolidated area that is seen, and that is a rare condition, but it's sometimes going to happen, especially in the children, in the child, when the oily substance go into the lung parenchyma. So that is known as lipid pneumonia. So these are the some less important type of pneumonia you must know. So this is a brief idea about the different type of pneumonia, and sometimes a special type of pneumonia caused by the bacteria, caused by the virus. So the silent feature and a specific feature sometimes important to knowing the causative agent. If the because the sputum culture is not always positive in the pneumonia, स्पुटम कल्चर से कभी कभी हम लोग को दिक्कत होता है क्योंकि पॉजिटिव एजेंट का पता नहीं चलता है, तो हम लोग उस समय डायग्नोसिस करने में दिक्कत होता है। तो सब इसके लिए हम लोग कुछ स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ फीचर देख करके हम लोग समझते हैं कि व्हिच इज़ द व्हिच बैक्टीरिया में लीड टू द निमोनिया। तो इफ़ यू सस्पेक्ट ब्रोंकोनिमोनिया या और लोअर निमोनिया और कॉम्प्लिकेशन ऑफ निमोनिया लाइक upper respiratory tract infection or cardiopulmonary disease, so there may be chance of streptococcus or staphylococcus pneumonia is more common. Lower on bronchopneumonia, that is mostly caused by the streptococcus and staphylococcus aureus. Especially staphylococcus aureus is mainly spread in the hematogenous route, and the complication of both type of pneumonia is very much similar. If there is a empyema, if you see the lung abscess in the patient, if you see the empyema or in the cavitation, cavity formation, or metastatic infection like myocarditis, so if it is going to happen along with the pneumonia, we shall suspect the causative agent. There may be chance of streptococcus or staphylococcus. So we shall start antibiotic according to their sensitivity, the antibiotic which is sensitive against these bacteria. If the pneumonia is due to the H. influenzae, it is more common in the childhood, and it is also associated with the lung abscess, bronchoectasis, and empyema, cavity formation. So H. influenzae type of pneumonia is more common in the children, and so they may complicate as a empyema and cavitation. So in the childhood, we suspect mostly either a gram-positive bacterial infection or H. influenzae infection. So the treatment is given according to this. Because if you know the causative agent, the treatment, the diagnosis, and the prognosis become very easy to treat, to deal the case. Similarly, if the pneumonia is caused by the Klebsiella, it may be seen Klebsiella type of pneumonia caused by the Klebsiella is more common in alcoholic or patient in the diabetes mellitus, or in case of hospital associated pneumonia, and it is also associated with the cavity formation in the lung and empyema. If the pneumonia is caused by the E. coli, it is also associated, hospital associated, may lead to the hospital associated pneumonia, and there may be chance of empyema. So E. coli may cause empyema. It is also a pus forming bacteria, so there may be chance of empyema. Pseudomonas aeruginosa, that is another gram-negative bacteria, it may cause a hospital associated pneumonia, and it is very common in the patient suffering from the cystic fibrosis or bronchoectasis or necrotizing pneumonia. This is a very typical important feature of Pseudomonas pneumonia, that necrotizing pneumonia is seen caused by the Pseudomonas bacteria, and that is why it is more fatal, very fatal type of pneumonia when it is caused by the Pseudomonas bacteria, because it causes necrosis in the lung parenchyma, cavity formation. So it is almost always a fatal and severe condition. So pneumonia caused by Pseudomonas bacteria, it is almost always a dangerous or fatal or more severe condition. So you must deal according to this. Anaerobic bacteria, sometimes aspirated material contain anaerobic bacteria or dental material, infected dental material or orohygienic oral infection may lead to the anaerobic bacterial infection in the lung parenchyma, and that may lead to the lung abscess or even necrotizing pneumonia or empyema. So anaerobic bacterial infection by the aspirated material or infected dental material or oropharyngeal secretion may lead to the necrotizing pneumonia or lung abscess or empyema. माइकोप्लाज्म निमोनिया के बारे में सब आदमी जानते ही हैं, नहीं कोई इसमें कॉज स्किन रैश, बुलस मैरेंजाइटिस, हिमोलिटिक एनीमिया followed by pneumonia. So mycoplasma pneumonia is associated with the hemolytic anemia, so that is why cold agglutinin test is sometimes positive. क्लेमाइडियल भी निमोनिया करता है, टिपिकल बैक्टीरिया है वो भी निमोनिया करता है, जस्ट लाइक माइकोप्लाज्म निमोनिया. इट मे बी एसोसिएटेड विद द COPD, हार्ट फेलियर और इवन इट इज ए फेटल कंडीशन. सो क्लेमाइडिया ऑलमोस्ट ऑलवेज causes fatal type of pneumonia. Legionella infection may also causes aquatic type seen in the aquatic environment. It occurs in the epidemic form and it may be associated with empyema, cavity formation and endocarditis. इसी तरह M. catarrhalis is another bacteria that may lead to the pneumonia, especially in the elderly patient in the pre-existing lung condition. If the patient has got corticosteroid or immunosuppressive therapy, that may lead to the pneumonia. एंड नीमोसिस्टिस कार्नी के बारे में तो सब आदमी जानते ही हैं. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ पॉजिटिव एजेंट बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शन एंड देयर साइलेंट एंड स्पेसिफिक फीचर. सो दिस इज रिक्वायर्ड, दिस इज एसेंशियल टू नो the causative agent while you are treating the case of a pneumonia, because it is helpful in the etiological diagnosis and you have to choose the proper antibiotic to treat the case. So this is all about pneumonia and all about different type of pneumonia. Diagnosis is very much simple by the clinical feature, by the radiological feature, by the blood picture and by the sputum examination. Diagnosis is confirmed, and when the diagnosis is confirmed, we shall start the proper antibiotic, proper treatment from the O2 inhalation along with the proper antibiotic in proper dose, especially as you know that the bacteria is the main cause. So broad spectrum antibiotic, broad spectrum penicillin, cephalosporin 3rd 4th generation, they are quite effective. And if you know the gram negative bacterial infection, aminoglycoside are quite effective. So drugs